Very nice, unique
Old
look.
age has got me.
Yes. Frank Warren joins us as well. Before we discuss this, so much is going on at the moment. Frank, I want to get your response to a certain Tyson Fury announcing his retirement over Instagram. I mean, fighters retire, then they come back, so I don't know how serious to take it, but you would have spoken to him. Is that it?
I haven't spoken to him. He's put it out today. It's a surprise to me it came out today. I've just texted him. Look, he's retired.
Has he?
And he's put his Instagram out saying that, and I believe he has. He's been a magnificent fighter. I mean, all he's done, when you look at it, the two-time world champion, won his titles in the other guy's backyard. The fights he's been involved with, exciting fights where he's had to show true grit, heart, courage, nerve, all his experience and all his fantastic boxing ability. He's been brilliant for boxing.
He has, and look, I agree with everything you said there, Frank, if not more. But then we had AJ the other day saying, okay, let's do it. Finally, let's get it on. The biggest fight that can be made in boxing financially. The timing just seems strange when AJ says, let's fight. Fury says, I'm retired. What's going on?
No, I mean, look, it takes two to tango, and there's only one on the dance floor at the moment, isn't there? So if he has retired, good luck to him. I mean, history would suggest maybe not, but he's coming off the back of 2 defeats, and he is a little bit further down his career. Don't know him well enough to psychoanalyse it, but if he has walked away from the sport, congratulations and good luck. You know, he's had a great career. Obviously, would be disappointing for the British fight fans, but it's down to him when it's time. And I think when you haven't got the hunger and the fight in you anymore, it's a very dangerous sport. So only Tyson Fury knows the answers, but you know, the cynic in me, this is something I would do. If I was Tyson Fury and I wanted that fight, I'd probably retire as well. But you know, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt, and if it is the end, he's given us, the fight fans, incredible entertainment over the years, and he's been a massive ambassador for British boxing.
Incredible, agreed. If it is the end, we'll get to that ridge when, because I'm still not quite sure. Rumours, you know what social media is like. The internet has blown up in the last couple of hours. All it says is Conor, Benn, Eubank, and it's just gone crazy. Can you tell us anything? Are we going to get an announcement? That fight seems to be on, off. Now it looks like it could be on. What can you say?
It's not done. Definitely not. I think this week it needs to get done. I mean, you know, when Turki Al-Sheikh announces the fights that he wants to make, and that's one of them, he's not failed yet. Yeah. But if I was negotiating this fight, we wouldn't get it done, because I can't deal with the other fella. You know, Eubank is a nightmare. But with his excellency in the middle, as we've seen in the past, he has the ability to negotiate with both sides, and his failure rate is 0. So we shall see. Watch this space. Nothing to tell you just yet, but very hopeful we can make what is now the biggest fight in British boxing.
It's a big fight, isn't it? Big fight. There's rumours about Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Massive.
It's obviously in this country. It means a lot to a lot of people because of their names. It is what it is. It's. I believe it will get done.
Yeah. As you say, the failure rate is 0. Long may it continue. This is pretty big as well. I think this is the best fight card I've ever seen. I was telling someone, any fight card that has Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi walking early, that just shows you how big it is. That alone tells you how big this fight card is.
And you forget, you always forget one fight on this card because there's so many good ones. I was reeling them off earlier, and I forgot Hamza Shiraz against Carlos Adames. That's the world middleweight title. I mean, by the way, that is a really, really tough fight. Big credit to Hamza Shiraz for stepping up there. But Madrimov against Ortiz, Stevenson against Schofield, like you said as well, Callum Smith against Buatsi. You know, it's kicking off the show, Ajit Caballero against Zhilei Zhang. What a heavyweight fight that is. And you've got the heavyweight world championship as the co-main event. And that's a brilliant fight, by the way.
Yeah.
And of course, the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Listen, it's our job to sell. This is hands down the best fight card I've ever seen by a mile.
Sometimes don't really need to sell
Sometimes
Frank
you put on big
names,
but you haven't got the budget to match them in great fights. Now, I mean, if we did this show, we'd be on the dole the next day. So thank you, Turki Al-Sheikh, because this is something else.
Daniel Dubois seems more, and rightly so, right? He's had a fantastic 2024. Arguably, only Usyk had a better 2024 from a male fighter's perspective. But he seems ready, seems fired up, and so does Joseph Parker.
Well, you sat between them.
I did.
Today. You've seen how fired up both of them are. It's going to be a great fight. There's so much at stake in this fight. You know, Daniel's been on a tremendous run, tremendous roll. His last 3 fights gone in an underdog against all of them and knocked them all out, stops them all. He's also Joe's great run of wins he's had as well. He's a WBO interim champion, mandatory. He doesn't need to do this to get into a position to fight for the BO title, so he really fancies it. So that says a lot about him. What I do believe, the winner of the fight, which I believe will be Daniel, but the winner of the fight will be in the unification fight for the 4 belts in the summer. I believe that will happen.
Against Alexander Usyk, right?
So they got a massive, besides the fact, it's a big fight, what comes after it is massive.
You're right, the carrot being dangled in front of both of their faces.
Stack of carrots.
It isn't a stack of gold carrots, if you ask me. The main event, Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. Dmitry Bivol is your man. Last fight I thought was razor close. Having watched it back, I thought Bivol could have got it. Then you watch it again, you think Artur Beterbiev maybe nicked it. It was so good. It's so good, though, that it's happening straight away and there is no 7 or 8, 9 month delay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it back and thought Beterbiev won. I thought Bivol still won, but it was a close fight. I think the problem with Dmitry was the championship rounds, which I think Beterbiev won, and that made it, in my opinion, a close fight. But I still had Dmitry winning the fight. I think we were just talking on the stage, me and Frank. I think Beterbiev's going to come out faster this time because he didn't manage to get hold of Bivol till later in the fight, and he started a little bit slow, but I think this time he's going to come out fast, and Dmitry's going to have to be very active, very smart. He's going to have to go through some horrible times in the fight, probably as well. But it's another fight. No one's going to win this fight by a landslide. It's going to be another brilliant fight between 2 generational greats.
This is the kind of fight, Frank, that if there wasn't a Riyadh season, it doesn't happen, does it?
Well, it would have. I think eventually it may have happened, but it wouldn't have been a biggest fight because the profile they're getting from Riyadh season. Riyadh season is about getting profile from boxing, but actually it's turning out to be the other way round now. You fight on Riyadh season, it's like saying, years ago I'm going to Vegas. And for these 2 guys, they're making a lot of the money, a heck of a lot of the money for the fight, and good luck to them. But it's a cracker of a fight. I thought Bivol won the last fight, and I watched it back. It was still a close fight. I think this time round, there's a lot of eye-catching work from Beterbiev because he's a powerful guy. Yeah. And I think he's going to come out and he's going to try and hunt him down and do it early. That's what I think. So who knows what that leads to? When you start throwing your punches, when you start exposing yourself, and you're open for the counter. But I'll tell you something, it will be a cracker. I think it'll be a better fight this time than it was last time.
Well, that's going to be very good because it was one of my fights of the year. All right, final one. Both of you can jump in on this one. Canelo Crawford. Canelo was here. I seen pictures with His Excellency in Crawford. Are we getting that one in 2025 at 168 pounds? Eddie?
I don't see a lot of options for Canelo, if I'm honest. I don't think Canelo really wants the fight. I think he feels like he won't get a lot of credit beating a 154-pounder. Crawford moves a lot. Canelo's not really into that style at the moment in his career, but what else is he going to do? I mean, he could fight Bivol if Bivol wins, but that's a very, very tough fight. I think he'd prefer his chances against the smaller man in Crawford, and I don't really know what the options are. And obviously, His Excellency wants to make the fight, and as I said to you, the failure rate is 0, so we shall see. But, I'm not sure. The problem is with the big American fights, it's the time zones. Yeah, because you're leaving Canelo Crawford's a massive pay-per-view in America. So does His Excellency choose to do it in America or in Saudi? And I can't see His Excellency doing it at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning in Saudi Arabian time. So,
could be on a plane to
see
Vegas.
Where it lands.
And also for Crawford, where does he go? What's a big fight for him? I think it seems to me he's looking for a massive big fight for money. That's the fight. So I'm sure he wants it. And Canelo, if I was Canelo, I would grab it with both hands.
All right, who knows? Canelo Crawford, Benn, Eubank, Fury, AJ, 2025 on the zone could be something very, very special. So make sure you stay locked in.